Good morning students, welcome to today's online class. Today we have to discuss a very important concept, nothing but a force between two current carrying parallel conductors are there. Between any two current carrying conductors some force of attraction or repulsion is exists. When currents are passing in same direction, nature of force is attraction. When currents are passing in opposite direction, nature of force is repulsion is there. So totally between any two current carrying conductors some force of attraction or repulsion is exists. So for this purpose assume PQ is first conductor, first infinite long conductor. This conductor carries I1 current. RS is second conductor, parallel to first conductor. RS is second conductor, carries I2 current, and these two current conductors are separated by distance R is there. So PQ and RS are two current carrying parallel conductors. Assume I1 is first current and I2 is second current. Assume directions of currents are same. According to Ampere's right hand thumb rule, every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. So first conductor produces B1 field and second conductor produces B2 field. Inside the first field, second conductor is exists. So assume it is magnetic field induction around first conductor. So across the second conductor, the strength of first field is nothing but B1. So across the second conductor, the strength of first field or first conductor produces B1 field across the second conductor. But according to Fleming's left hand rule, middle finger indicates most of the charge, direction of current, and forefinger indicates direction of magnetic field. So across second conductor, the direction of first magnetic field is B1 is outward direction. A current is passing in upward direction, and direction of magnetic force acting on second conductor due to first field. This first field exerts some force on first conductor along this direction. Similarly, across first conductor, second conductor exerts some field. So across first conductor, second conductor produces some field. So across first conductor, the strength of field is nothing but B2. Our direction of field B2 across first conductor is nothing but this one. So this field exerts some force on first conductor along this direction is. So force acting on first conductor due to second field is like this. So totally when currents are passing in same direction, the force between two conductors is attraction. First conductor attracts second conductor along this direction, and second conductor exerts first conductor along this direction. So that is about directions of magnetic fields and directions of force acting on first conductor and second conductor. According to Ampere's circuit law, magnetic field induction due to first conductor due to first conductor B1 value. Ampere circuit law prakara magnetic field induction infinite long straight conductor mu naught by 4 pi into 2I1 by R. Because first conductor carries I1 current, the field induction to R distance from first conductor is nothing but B1. Similarly, magnetic field induction due to second conductor across first conductor is B2 is equal to, it is also again same formula, same pattern formula, mu naught by 4 pi into 2I2 by R. So first to find magnetic field induction due to first conductor and magnetic field induction due to second conductor. So due to first field, some force is acting on second conductor. Due to second field, some force is acting on first conductor. So first find force on first conductor due to second field. We know expression for any current carrying current placed inside the magnetic field. On the current carrying conductor, some magnetic force is acting. Expression for magnetic force is nothing but F is equal to BIL sin theta, where theta means 90. With respect to first field, second conductor perpendicular. With respect to second field, first conductor lies perpendicular. So here now we have to find what is the force acting on first conductor due to second field. So force acting on first conductor due to second field, B2 I1 L sin 90, or F12 is equal to B2 means we know mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I2 by R into I1 L sin 90. Sin 90 value is 1. So that is about force acting on first conductor due to second field. Similarly, force acting on second conductor due to first field. So similarly, force on second conductor due to first field. Magnetic force acting on second conductor due to first field. So F21 is equal to force on second due to first. So force acting on second conductor due to first field, B1 I2L again sin 90. With respect to first field, second conductor lies perpendicular. So F21 is equal to B1 means we know mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 by R into I2L. So that is about force acting on first conductor due to second field and force acting on second conductor due to first field. Observe equations 1 and 2. After observing, we can conclude that force acting on first conductor due to second field and force acting on second conductor due to first field, both are equal. Here also 2 I1 I2 L by R. Here also 2 I1 I2 L by R. So ultimately, force between two current carrying parallel conductors is F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 L by R. And currents are passing in same direction. When currents are passing in same direction, the nature of force between two conductors is nothing but attraction force. So that is about a very important concept, expression for force acting on force between two current carrying parallel conductors. Or simplified, 2 1s 2 2s, or that is also equal to mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi R. So that is about expression for force between two current carrying parallel conductors. Conclusion: when currents are passing in same direction, nature of force is attraction. When currents are passing in opposite direction, nature of force is repulsion. So that is about a very important concept. Based on this force between two current carrying parallel conductors, one important problem or one important condition means calculate the force between one infinite long straight conductor and a rectangular loop, or calculate net force acting on rectangular loop due to infinite long straight current carrying conductors. So for this purpose, assume it is one infinite long straight conductor nearer to infinite long straight conductor, one rectangular loop is placed. It is one rectangular loop. So between these two current carrying conductors, we have to calculate net force. So for this purpose, assume I1 is current passing through this infinite long straight current carrying conductor, and I2 is current passing through this rectangular loop. Here a rectangular loop means length is L, breadth is B. Between any two current carrying conductors, some force of attraction or repulsion. So for this purpose, this rectangular loop is named as ABCD. This infinite long straight conductor is named as PQ. And assume the distance between infinite long straight conductor and the first edge of rectangular loop is x. Distance between infinite long conductor and first edge of a rectangular loop is x. And what is the distance between infinite long straight conductor and second edge is there? What is the distance between this point and this point? Nothing but y. Y is nothing but x plus b. So total distance between straight conductor and first edge is nothing but x. And distance between straight conductor and second edge is nothing but y. But how to calculate the net force acting on this rectangular loop? Just we have discussed. On this rectangular loop, on this first edge of rectangular loop, this long straight conductor exerts some forces there. Here observe directions of currents are same direction. Side by side currents are same and currents are passing in same direction. The nature of force is attraction. So across first edge, this infinite long straight conductor produce attractive force, nothing but F1. So on first edge, this infinite long conductor produce attractive force towards the straight conductors. Similarly, across the second edge of the conductor, between second edge of the conductor and the long straight conductor, directions of currents are opposite. When directions of currents are opposite, the nature of force is repulsion. On second edge of the conductor, infinite long straight conductor produce repulsion force, because here current is opposite, repulsion. Here current is same, attraction. So on rectangular loop, first edge attraction force is the second edge is repulsion force. So here this force is called as F1, this force is called as F2. Both forces are acting in opposite direction. Net force becomes F1 minus F2. So first find force between or force acting on first edge of a rectangular loop. So force acting on this first edge of rectangular loop due to this infinite long straight conductor, that force is named as F1. We know force between two parallel conductors, F1 is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 L by the length of this portion is L. And distance between first edge and long straight conductor is nothing but x is there. So force acting on first edge due to this infinite long is nothing but F1. Similarly, the force on second edge of rectangular loop, a force acting on second edge of the rectangular loop due to this infinite long straight conductor, that force is named as F2. F2 means we know mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 L by here distance is nothing but y. But according to diagram, one force is inward direction and second force is outward direction. On rectangular loop, two forces are acting in opposite direction. So net force acting on rectangular loop is nothing but F1 minus F2. F1 means attractive force. F2 means repulsive force. But find net force F1 minus F2. And both between these two terms, some terms are common. Mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 L is common. Here mu naught by 4 by 2 I1 I2 L is common. Here remaining value is 1 by x minus. Here also this one is common. Remaining value is nothing but 1 by y. So that is about net force acting on this rectangular loop due to infinite long straight conductor. Here what is the nature of net forces? Because one force is attractive force, other force is repulsive force. But here net force is attractive or repulsive force. We know force is always inversely proportional to distance. Distance is first edge lies less distance. Here distance is less, force is more. Second edge is lies more distance, distance is more, force is less. So compared to repulsive force, attraction force is more. So net force is always, the nature of net force is always attractive force. Attractive force means towards F1 direction or along F1 direction or towards long straight conductor. So that is about some important condition based on this force between two current carrying parallel conductors are there. Next continuation again based on this force between two current carrying parallel conductors. One more important condition or a CET condition or NEET condition or a JEE condition, whatever it may be. For any competitive exam, these model problems are very, very important. So calculate the net force acting on center conductor C is there. There are total three conductors are there. First conductor A, second conductor B is between these two center conductor C is there. On center conductor, first conductor exerts some force. On second center conductor, second conductor is also exerts some force. So calculate net force. Two forces are same direction, net force is attractive. Net force is F1 plus F2. Two forces are opposite direction, net force is F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F2. So assume the first conductor A, the second conductor B, and between these two conductors, one more conductor, center conductor C is there. Through the first conductor, I1 current is passing. Through the second conductor, I2 current is passing. Through the center conductor, I3 current is passing. So I1, I2, I3. The distance between first conductor and center conductor is nothing but A. Distance between second conductor and second center conductor is nothing but B. Assume L is the length of the center conductor. L is the length of center conductor. So on center conductor, first conductor exerts some force. On center conductor, first conductor exerts some force. Nothing but so force acting on center conductor due to first conductor. Here nature of currents are opposite. Directions of currents are opposite. A force is repulsion. So on first conductor, repels the center conductor along this direction. Because here currents are opposite repulsion force, so first conductor repels the center conductor along this direction. So F1 is force acting on center conductor due to A. Next, similarly, force acting on center conductor due to second conductor. Here also currents are opposite. Currents are opposite. Nature of force is repulsion. So second conductor B repels the center conductor along this direction. Attracting means towards the conductor. Repels means away the conductor. Totally on center conductor, two forces are acting in opposite direction. And net force is nothing but F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1, whatever it may be. So for this purpose, so first you calculate force on center conductor due to A is force acting on center conductor due to first conductor A. That force is named as F1 is. So that is nothing but F1. We know force between two current carrying parallel conductors formula mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1. This current is nothing but I3. A distance is nothing but A. A length is nothing but A. Similarly, the force on center conductor due to second conductor B, F2 is equal to, again same formula, mu naught by 4 pi into 2, and currents in these two I2 and I3, 2 I2 I3 by B into L. So, according to diagram, center conductor, both forces are acting in opposite direction. So, net force on center conductor F net is equal to, here directions of force are opposite. Net force is nothing but F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. So, F1 difference F2. We don't know which force is more, which force is less based on values of it. So this symbol is nothing but a difference. F1 is more, F1 minus F1. F2 is more, F2 minus F1. So net force is equal to F1 difference F2. First F1 mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I3 L by A minus F2, minus means difference, mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I2 I3 L by B is our net force. Some terms are common, mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I3 L. Here mu naught by 4 by 2 I3 L is common, remaining value is I1 by A. Difference, here mu naught by 4 pi I3 L is common, remaining value is nothing but 2 is also common, I2 by B. So by knowing all values, we can calculate a net force acting on center conductor due to remaining two conductor system. But net force, direction of net force is towards F1 or towards A or towards B is depends on. For example, F2 is more, net force is towards A. If F1 is more, net force is towards B. So that is about one more important condition based on a force between two current carrying parallel conductors are there. Next, based on this force between two current carrying parallel conductors, one more important condition, carefully observe. For example, this first one is a infinite long straight current carrying conductor, and this wire is fixed between two rigid supports is there. So an infinite long straight conductor fixed between two rigid supports. This conductor carries I1 current along this direction. Our first conductor, assume this conductor is nothing but A. The first conductor carries I1 current along this direction. Above this conductor, one more small conductor of length L is placed. But between these two conductors, some force of attraction or repulsion is there. Or through the second conductor, I2 current is passing along this direction. And second conductor is named as B. A is first conductor carries I1 current. B is second conductor carries I2 current along this direction. The currents are passing in opposite direction. Nature of force is repulsion force. So first conductor A repels the second conductor B along this direction. This repulsion force is balanced by weight forces. We know weight of the body mg is always acting in downward direction. So totally on second conductor B, two forces are acting. One is repulsion force, second one is weight forces. Even two forces are acting, or two forces are acting on second conductor, but second conductor remains stationary in mid of the areas. A second conductor remains stationary in air mediums because of this repulsion force. Because of the repulsion force, this conductor, first conductor repels the second conductor in upward direction. A weight force is acting in downward direction. If upward force and downward force are balanced, a net force acting on B becomes 0. And assume separation between these two conductors is nothing but R is there. So here, even two force acting on the second conductor, but second conductor remains stationary. So condition for stationary of the conductor B is there. Stationary means net force becomes 0. That means these two forces equal and balanced. So force between two current carrying parallel conductors is balanced by weight force. Then only a second conductor remains in stationary, remains stable in air medium. So condition is nothing but net force is 0 or upward force is balanced by downward force. Upward force means force between these two conductors. A downward force means weight forces. So force between two parallel conductors, we know mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 L by R is there. So this force is balanced by weight force. But to balance in this condition, what is the mass of second wire? Calculate what is the mass of second wire to make net force is 0, to make stationary. So mass M is equal to how much mass of second wire? To keep second wire is remain stationary, we need ML. So mass M is equal to, so mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 L by R into G. So condition for mass of second wire such that the second wire remains stationary above the first wire without supporting. The first wire is fixed between two rigid support, but second wire is there is no fixing. Even no fixing. But second wire remains stationary. Condition for the second wire remains stationary. A mass of second wire should be mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 into L by R into Z. Mu naught by 4 pi wire is standard wire 10 power minus 7. 2 into I1 is first current, I2 is second current, R is distance. L is length of second conductor only. R means distance between two conductors and G means acceleration due to gravity. So that is about one more important condition. based on current carrying or force between two current carrying parallel conductors. So that is about force between two parallel conductors and some conditions based on force between two parallel conductors. All these conditions are very, very important. Thank you, one and all.